I was excited right away, right from the beginning, to have a chance to have students who may or may not come from urban backgrounds, but certainly are doing their education in an urban setting, that it might be really nice to, for a couple of reasons. First of all, to allow those future teachers, those teachers who are about to enter the system, to have a chance to visit a rural district. So even if they don't end up choosing to work in a rural district, they would have a bit of an experience in a rural district to understand how much of BC does education, and to see what a small town is like, to see what a rural district that covers many, many kilometers looks like, and to have a little bit of that experience, so that hopefully it would enrich their teaching experience in the years to come, whether they choose to work in a district like ours, or whether they decide to work in an urban district. At least that short experience would hopefully give them a little bit more breadth and depth as they headed out into their careers. I think whenever teacher candidates come to a school district, they bring fresh perspectives, and so it's good to have some fresh from academia, that theory, and that's right up to date, that's current. And so I think that freshness was certainly one thing that the teacher candidates have brought. Enthusiasm, I think, has, I've visited with a number of those that have been placed in the Williams Lake area. They brought a lot of enthusiasm, a willingness to be flexible, and to be able to do a number of different things that they may not have necessarily signed up for. And so that flexibility has been really important. And I think the third thing that they brought was just the opportunity for fresh set of eyes to be able to see the programs that they were working with, for them to provide some new perspectives to the community partners they were working with, whether that would be in an alternate school or a different type of community placement, an adventure camp, the museum, all of these kinds of places. It's good. Sometimes we get stuck doing things the way that we do them for years and years, and we have internal people who shift around between community organizations and the school district, and we only know what we know. And so it's good sometimes, for whether it's a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, to have that fresh set of eyes to give us a different perspective on how we do the things that we do. I hope they have an understanding, the teacher candidates, a better understanding of the types of opportunities that are available for them, that a career in education can have many meandering paths and doesn't necessarily need to be that specific job that they feel they've been trained for. I think you learn quickly in a rural school district, even if you work within the school district itself, that you may have a degree in one area, you may have done your long practicum in a certain area, and yet that first job that you get, those first 2 or 3 jobs that you get, will open your eyes to all kinds of new experiences, other duties as assigned, as we call them in quotation marks. And having those other duties as assigned and those other jobs, I think, often leads people to go take different paths in their careers. And so we have certain perspectives when we leave university as educators, that this is the dream job that I want to have. And sometimes those dreams change and they morph over years and over decades. And so I hope one thing that they take away from is that there's lots of different types of opportunities in education, whether it's within the schools, or whether it's in off-site programs, or whether it's working with community partners, that there's lots of opportunities, and it's an exciting job to be in, and it doesn't have to necessarily be that specific classroom job that I think I've been trained for. I actually might have lots of skills and talents that would lend themselves to other types of positions. For many years, our recruiting has been primarily visiting the job fairs and having those 5 or 10 minute conversations or less at a table, at a booth, at the universities. And to have a chance, of course, it's always great to have teacher candidates come for their long practica experiences in our district as well, but to get even more teacher candidates to be able to come for a 3-week placement gave us a chance to host them, to show off our area, our beautiful geography, to show off the people that work here and the community partners that they would be working with. And so that was a chance too for us to showcase our district, and to have teacher candidates find out about what the Cariboo-Chilcotin is like.